How's everybody doing, Nathan? And how's everybody?
Pretty good. How about you?
Alex? What do we think of the new time? It's a little late for you, Nathan, right? Or it's not that late?
At 10 p.m. It's not super late.
A little late. Erwin's thumbs up. Got Rithvik too. Cool. Got a Kalchi. Great. Ah, Tick Chat and ECC Migs. Oh, wow. I know some people, this is early US time. They don't, it's impossible, right? And to get a time that everybody likes, but I just had some pizza. I just had some dinner at 7 p.m. here in Thailand. And yeah, we're getting these things going. This is the GM version. We might try different time zones. Oh, Simon too. How's it going, Simon?
We can't hear you there, Simon.
Yeah, I'm not hearing him.
Okay, good to know it's not just me. Every now and again,
Yeah,
spaces is like that.
I'm super nervous. I'm like, I hope this doesn't crash. I might be more nervous to crash the whole space, but I'm almost petrified to make my own space because it crashes too many times. All
Yeah,
right.
I don't know how they managed to make it so inconsistent. How hard
Yeah.
is it to make just a voice chat feature?
So we are in almost the 4th of July, American holiday, American Independence Day, and we're working on the independence of the internet and Handshake. So any U.S. people, I guess maybe it is too early. I don't see many U.S. people here, but I'm Mike Michelini here in Thailand for our Handshake.mastermind. Nathan, you want to introduce yourself?
What was that? Kind of cut out for a second there.
A little intro if you want to introduce yourself.
Sure, I'm Nathan. I'm sure most of you would have seen me around. I think so. Just handshake developer from Australia, I guess.
Great. So let's and silent, and you can say I always support you to say hello. She's always helping keep these things, a lot of things rolling. So we have.
Hello. Good morning.
Oh, there you are. There you are. All right. So the agenda I have is talk about this air stop fork. Cedric is invited, and Fire Portal, Nathan, Shakeshift updates from Simon, other updates from other projects in the ecosystem. Of course, Namebase if it's here. I see Fulci here. Love to hear what's happening there. A Shake Station, Rithvik will be great to share. So how does that sound? Any other items you can think of?
I think have a chat with Rithvik when we talk about the soft fork. In particular, maybe depending on if Bob Wallet will be updating to this newer HSD version.
Okay. So maybe we start with the fork. I remember all the dramatic spaces we've had about forks, but I think this is some consensus, right?
Yeah. So, well, we've put it into HSD, the software that runs Handshake. So we now have to wait for the miners to all vote on this before anything changes. So I think we've sent messages to all the mining pools. I've heard back from one of them. They are in the process of setting up to start the voting on their miners. Have you heard anything, Mike?
I've been, Ann and I were going to talk to DX Pool, and I was looking for HNS fans, some of the China contacts, and Xingyue, some Chinese people I know, because I know there's a lot of Chinese miners. Bitmain also reaching out. I do that right now. Again.
So just a brief overview of what the fork actually does, just because if anybody here doesn't know, we are stopping the claims for the developer airdrop. Was there any other changes in it? Let me just check the release notes. Why isn't it being slow? So if you have a look at this link, where can I paste this? You have to actually find the original tweet, don't I? If you go to shakeshift.com/stats, then you should be able to see basically what this fork will do. So what it will do is disable the claims for the developer airdrop. It'll also disable the claims for the domain airdrops, which they're already disabled. So I don't know if there was any difference in the actual code for that yet. Oh,
he's putting stuff in Telegram chat.
There we go. We can even check how many miners have done.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm assuming none of the miners have started actually voting yet. They said they're in the process of setting up to vote. So the total effective HNS will be dropped from a maximum of 1.7 million or 1.78 million HNS, and it will drop to 0.89 million HNS, rounding off a bunch of random numbers. But effectively, not quite halving it, but a big drop off, nearly a million HNS less to be able to be claimed. Yet to find out how much of this will actually affect tokenomics, because it was all in airdrops, which were basically unclaimed, so they're not changing the tokenomics too much, because there wasn't any guarantee that they were going to be claimed. Does that make mostly sense, maybe?
I'm trying my best to follow, to be honest, maybe.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing. I'm trying to find from different places. But basically, stopping developer airdrops, which limits the amount of HNS that can be added to the circulating supply.
Yep, and then there's a link that Rithvik shared. I don't know if he wants to come up on stage and share, but I can read it off. You can type in forkwatch.htools.work, and he says he updated this to track the new soft fork. So if you're curious about the status of the new soft fork, you can go there, which is a solution or tool he made to monitor it, which is I'm looking at now. I'm trying to understand it though. But
Okay, so basically, all those red squares, miners voting no. Or, well, the default is no. You have to vote yes. So these are miners that most likely just haven't set up voting yet. So we have to have, I can't remember how many, but in a set period of, I think, 2 weeks, we need to have a proportion of the miners voting yes. I think it's above, let me see, it probably actually says in the details, but I haven't bothered checking.
Yeah, it's
95% of blocks in a 2-week period.
So am I reading it correctly? It looks like it is 98%. So
that's how many need to vote yes in a 2-week period. At the moment, we have 0% voting yes because it's all red.
All right.
Oh, Rithvik's here. Hello.
Yeah, see, there might be an issue with the audio. Can you hear me?
Just a bit quiet. We can hear you a little bit. I'm not sure if he's there. Okay, so we have to have 95% of miners vote yes in that 2-week period. That's, if I'm correct, it's not a rolling 2-week period. So we have to wait until our current 2-week period ends and then see what miners, if that makes sense. And then once all the miners, well, 95% of them vote yes, then there is I'm not sure when, I'll have a check. It looks like this date is incorrect, of December. After the miners vote yes, there'll be a little bit more waiting, and then these rules will be set into action, basically banning any airdrop claims.
All right, cool. I think maybe we just move on then, but I think the best news I think about it is we've kind of agreed as a community, at least. I mean, I'm pretty confident that the miners will
Yeah.
as well. But
I mean, it's incentivized for the miners because it lowers the total maximum supply, which the miners want to lower supply if they're mining because it gives them more rewards for finding a block in proportion to the effective maximum, if that makes sense.
Yep. No, I agree.
It's confusing to explain, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Rithvik's also trying to say something, but hopefully he can get it to work. Simon, too, I hope you can get your audio to work so that you can also share. And we also welcome others in the audience to step up. We really want to make this an interactive session. So if you also have an opinion or something to share, we welcome that. But I think we should move on to the next point. But I'm just happy. I mean, there was a lot of drama. Like, it took years, right, Nathan? I don't know. I think it was years about this. Because I think most people here know, but there was always a discussion about reallocating this to like a foundation or to even Sky Include was mentioned and other community members for getting some of the airdrop reallocated. But this is basically ending that possibility, right, Nathan? So now it's air stopped, or am I wrong in that thought? Or it's not possible, right, to reallocate these funds?
It is. It'll require a lot more work, but basically, because it's all software, if we get the community to decide something, doesn't matter what it is, we can change it. If we really wanted to, and the community all decided to do it, we could make a method to just burn somebody else's domain. It's never going to happen, but if the community decided that it's a thing, we could add it. So in the same way, it's never really going to happen, but if the community decided to do it, it would mint new tokens to to a multi-sig or a DAO or something.
But not these tokens.
No, it'll be new tokens.
Okay. So I'm just happy we have some consensus. There's not been anybody speaking up against this that I've heard from, and we're moving on and forward with this. So I think that's the best outcome. Let's move on to the next points on the agenda. Fire portal, which is you, Nathan. I did a video with you. People can check out also a soft fork video. They can check out on Sky Include, try to get active again. You also have some videos, but do you want to give some updates on Fire Portal?
Yep. Basically, it uses IPFS you store data on IPFS. IPFS will then give you a hash that points to that data. If you put that in a TXT record on your domain, then you can use Fire Portal to access that content in a user-friendly kind of way. I mean, it's not super friendly yet, so give me heads up about ways to make it more user-friendly, but more user-friendly than trying to type in a content hash. So that'll then let you access the IPFS content directly with that domain.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm aware of it, and so people can check it out. Where's the best? Maybe just for those listening on audio, can you maybe shout out a link or where people can go to learn more?
The best way would be, I'm sorry, but it's a giant YouTube link. So if you just have a look at my Twitter account, and it'll probably be the first post on there. It's a giant YouTube link.
But isn't there other link? I mean,
okay. You can go to ipfs.hnsproxy.a.
Okay, cool.
Which has got most of the stuff. I haven't put a link on there to a YouTube video to demonstrate it. I will probably do that sometime.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for continuing to build and contribute to the community, Nathan. It's great. So people want to check. I mean, it's something we've always talked about, right? I mean, we have these decentralized domains on Handshake. I mean, there is on IPFS is a very popular decentralized hosting solution. So you made this tool to allow people to pin an IPFS file to an HNS name.
Yeah.
Did I do it correctly?
Yeah. At the moment, my end goal is make this easy to host so that we can have multiple of these portals linking Handshake domain to IPFS content so that it's more decentralized, because at the moment I'm the only one hosting it, which means if any of you decide to host illegal content, I can be taken down. So don't do that, please. If we have more people do that, it's less chance your content gets taken down and less of a threat on our servers because it's more decentralized. It's harder to attack 50 people than one person.
Awesome. Totally get that. So I look forward to those updates going forward.
Hey, Nathan, quick question for you. This is really nice, especially for Handshake, but technically it's not limited to Handshake, right? It could be used by an icon domain as well, could it?
Yes. I haven't added any limits on how I've set it up. It's just using a DNS over HTTPS resolver. So if your domain resolves and it has a TXT record with that IPFS hash, it's accessible. It doesn't have any HTTPS at the moment, so it doesn't look as pretty, but it works.
That's really great.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, we really appreciate Nathan for creating new things. So shall we move on? If others have questions or feedback for Nathan on the Fire portal. All right, let's move on. Is Simon with us for the Shake Shift updates?
Simon
I see him up on stage, but
maybe join and
sometimes if you refresh the browser, I'm not sure, or you leave and come back, it's really frustrating. It's happened to me. Okay, well maybe we'll move to Fauci. Can you give us some updates on Namebase? Love to hear.
Yeah, sure. Sorry. Wasn't working for me neither. Sure, I didn't have anything prepared, so it's not scripted, right? So recently we have helping in the fork, right? Some small changes and PR review. That's something that I'd like to ask help for the community. We need more people looking into Handshake itself, like the HSD repository. The more people we could have, like, at least commenting the PR, looking for anything, the better, right? Because it's a little bit frustrating when you do a pull request and I don't know, maybe people don't find themselves technical enough to review it and the PR just sits there and I don't know what to do. Should we merge it? Should we release it? It feels a little bit like centralized. I don't want to be the one that, go ahead and do it. Like, we need a community support. We need people to voice. And I'm not talking about just the fork, these pull requests, but there is a bunch of other pull requests merged or pull requests that are open and needs to be reviewed. And many of them are not merged yet just because there is no comment, just because otherwise it's going to be Nodar coding the PR and Nodar merging the PR. Just to mention that it's good to have some extra eyes on it. I feel I'm deviating from the updates, but anyway. We are doing some changes to the hns.to. To avoid breaking it, we actually got a new domain. We are using hns.link. Idea is the same, is easy way to access Handshake domains. If you don't have resolvers, if you don't have fingertip or a compatible browser, you can use HNS link. There are some concerns about security, about that is not the right way to access Handshake domains. I totally agree. So if you use the hns.link way to do it, and there's going to be a banner saying that it's not that secure, you should have a resolver. However, if the owner of the domain wants to configure it or wants to have an extra layer of security, we made in a way that you can issue SSL certificate using Certbot, but using the HNS link as a prefix. Okay, so if you host a server, if you have like a CAD server or an Nginx, whatever, you can ask it to handle a request as your tld.hns.link, and we are going. So Certbot will ask us to validate the domain, and it will work. So Certbot will grant you an SSL certificate for the d.hns.link. Okay, so it means at least it will have the HTTPS lock, and it should work fine. It's not done yet, but we have plans to phase out HNS2 because now both of them are doing the same thing, but HNS.link is the new one, right? So we don't have like concrete dates, but it's in our roadmap to phase out HNS.to. Okay. And for Namebase itself, most of the things we are doing are optimizations and some refactoring. Those are boring things, right? There is no change, so no mention to them. In a nutshell, that is what we're doing.
Too easy. Have a look at HNS link, eh? If you want to have a check, you can go to woodburn.hns.link, and that should be with that HTTPS, which looks pretty. You got HTTPS, yay.
And that it was the way we found to minimize that concern that we are not blankly issuing SSL certificates, right? That was like meant to be like the owner of the domain is aware of that, and it kind of vouchers it.
Yeah. Sounds good. Are you available, Simon, or not yet? I guess not. That's all right. Was there any updates on Shakeshift? I'm assuming we've got nobody to talk from them, do we?
I mean, all I know is it's a great explorer. So those that don't know can go to shakeshift.com. It was, before it was Shakeshift, it was on simon.de, I believe.
Yep.
So it was already around, but I think the name, it's rather new name, but I think it's a great domain. And so those that don't know about it, it's an explorer. So you can put in a Handshake name or a Handshake address, check the blockchain of Handshake, and it's got lots of new features than other explorers and data. It's very well built and laid out. So definitely, if you're not aware of it, check it out. I mean, there's various other explorers too, but the more the better. And it's a great addition to the options of explorers.
Now that you mention,
oh yeah, you go.
Sorry, now that you mentioned the Explorer, just to share that I also update there is the explorer.hns.dev. That is not a real Explorer, but it's a link to an Explorer, right? It's like a generic way to link to all Explorer. And we had some problems with Shakeshift specifically just because they call it transactions and we are expecting TX, but it was solved and now it works. And if in the future other Explorers appears, we can add there, or if you have your custom Explorer, you can also add them like specific URLs for the transaction, for the name, for the block, for the address. All them should work now.
Great. Lots of hearts.
Does Miami still work? It looks like Miami's down. That's sad.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
I was about to say something was broken with the explorer.hns.dev, but no, I think it's just Miami. On Shakeshift, I have noticed they have added the ability to search for SLDs, so domains on like staked TLDs, and it looks like you can find second level domains that are registered, and you can look at the whois data directly from Shakeshift, which is quite interesting. So have a look at Shakeshift if you want to have a look at any HNS transactions or anything like that. It looks good.
Okay. Yeah, I wish Simon gave a heart, but I wish he could say something, but it's a bit of a bummer. Like, we want to hear from Simon and Rithvik and other contributors on here, but
maybe we should try another chat messaging protocol some other time.
We say that. I mean, sometimes there's Discords and others, but yeah, I'm open. But I think this is meant, although a lot of people here I know already, it's meant to maybe find some new people on the broader internet. So,
do we have any updates for Shake Station?
I mean, Eskimo says this is too early in the morning for him. He's a late person. So I think he was going to update us, but this time is not suitable for him. So maybe in the next one. we're going to try different time zones. So we also have the other time zone, which is not as Europe friendly, but morning Asia, evening US, middle of the night in Europe. So we might have to wait for that for him on that one. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people in the community see Shake Station has been doing a lot of updates lately and been pretty active on the Twitter sphere. So they're definitely making a lot
How
of
often?
updates.
What was that?
How often are you going to do these meetings?
I think these are once a month. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'd like Anne to speak up, but I think she's been quoting a lot of people. Anne, what's our latest schedule here?
Oh, you guys hear me? Hello?
Yeah,
Yep.
we hear you.
Oh, all right, great. Yeah, well, we're gonna try to do 2 parts. So this one is the EU friendly time, and great turnout, by the way. Thanks everybody for joining. And then the other one, the second part, the Eskimo friendly one. Hey, Eskimo. We're gonna do the usual time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern or midnight UTC, and that's going to be still on the third week of the month. Yeah. So hopefully we can keep this going every month. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, I will just let you guys vote and help us decide what is a good time to have the spaces. It's just a bummer that there's always a technical issue.
Yeah. It's always like that though.
All right.
So I just had a
But
quick look on the Shake Station Discord. They've added Bitcoin for buying domains on the secondary marketplace. That's the latest news I've heard. Not sure if anybody knows anything else.
yeah,
Unfortunately,
well,
Bitcoin fee's a little bit too high for me to test it.
yeah, I saw some tweets of people saying they were transacting on Bitcoin, and there's people in this audience that could also share. I've seen them, saw others here tweeting. But yeah, I think that is one of their main updates, which is interesting. I mean, there's mixed feedback. I mean, a lot of people think it's good, but it's also less use for the HNS coin, right?
Yeah.
But maybe let's move forward. But yeah, maybe
Yep.
the next one will be with Eskimo. Anne actually helped make this agenda. Shout out to Anne. But I'm seeing some other names, but I don't know if they're here. Cedric, is Cedric here?
Don't think.
Yeah, he's
Okay. So we finished our agenda. Is there other questions or topics? People open forum to others to share?
Yep. If anybody else has got any news.
maybe I can already share. So Erwin, Handshake Australia, HNSAU, he already expressed to sponsor some HNS for HandyCon 6. Also, we are trying to see if we can do, or how can I say, like do some sort of exposure this, yeah, just put HNS out. If we get some news back, then we'll share it with you guys. Yeah, but that's the goal. I'm not so sure if HNS will be represented at NamesCon, but yeah, hopefully we can get some exposure, just maybe media stuff, just put the logo out there. That we're still alive and kicking and going strong. Thanks, Erwin, by the way.
Yeah, Erwin's the best. Thanks, Erwin. HNSAU. So
Yeah. He does
I'd
a
love,
lot.
I'd love to hear a little bit more about HNSAU. I don't know if Nathan or Erwin. I think there's others. I think you two I know the most, but I think there's at least a third.
Tim is part of the crew. Tim Maxwell. Not sure if you've seen him around,
Yeah,
probably.
that's what I mean. Yeah, that I've seen his name a lot in the various channels.
Yep. And it's mainly just us three. There are a couple other people who we know that are in Australia and a couple in New Zealand that we try to keep in contact with, but mainly just us three.
All right. Are you near each other?
No. Let me think. I think probably Erwin. Oh no, I think Tim would be closest. Tim and me. And I think that's probably 6 or so hours drive.
Have you met in person yet?
Nope.
Oh, really?
Haven't met, well, yeah, haven't met any of the guys in Australia in person.
Wow. We've met. Yeah, I mean, there was some cool stuff in Vietnam. Marine did the hackathon last year. That was awesome. I met Rith and some other amazing people in the community. Yeah, we should try to do more in-person meetings, right? That always helps.
Yeah, it's a pity though, because, well, Australia is in the middle of nowhere, so it's a long fly to get anywhere.
What about those crocodiles? Is it dangerous? Or kangaroos? I
The
still
most
haven't.
dangerous of them is the magpies.
What are those? I don't even think I know that.
Magpies are basically killer birds.
What?
They every spring, they protect their babies by swooping everybody who walks past.
Interesting.
And
I don't know.
yeah, it hurts.
So you just don't know if you're walking past. It's just random. So you're walking somewhere and a bird will just
Out of nowhere, whack, back of the head. And it's just like,
man. It is dangerous down under, huh? The outback.
I think the most dangerous thing here is, I don't know, the visitors from the other countries.
Or I saw one where a kangaroo was like attacking a guy on the road, and they were like boxing each other.
They're chill. As long as you don't do something stupid to them, and they'll be fine.
All right. So when are we gonna have the HNSAU meetup, in-person meetup?
Well, I mean, logically, the best place would be Sydney, but nobody lives in Sydney. So it's not really the best place, but it's the most central, I think.
I always hear Melbourne seems to be top of my list from what I hear.
Do we have anybody in Melbourne? I don't think so, actually.
All right. Yeah. Or come to Thailand. Well, you've been to Vietnam, and you did a lot of backpacking too. You stuck around a while, Vietnam.
Well, hardly backpacking.
Yeah, Areen should do another names event in Hanoi. Did you come back, Nathan?
Yeah. I might pop into Thailand for a little bit in
Oh yeah, come out to Thailand.
January or February, so send you a message and we say hello from near the same sort of town.
I love it for sure. It's great here. And I met
it's probably a bit warmer.
him once up here, and I met him for a nice meal in Chiang Mai. I think we did a little video too. It's on Sky Food Channel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Hello.
you guys comment that the Niami thing wasn't working, and I was checking why isn't Niami working in the Explorer? Sad news. It seems like Niam is redirecting to Shakeshift directly, so there is no more.
Yeah. Which, I mean, the way
you're right.
It's
a redirect.
Looks like it's closed down. It's not like something's broken.
Oh yeah, 301 to Shakeshift when I typed in Niami.io.
Yeah, well, sad to see it's gone, but that's life.
Yeah, bummer. Yeah, Stefan is a great developer. All right. Well, that's decentralization, the good and the bad, right? I mean, but yeah, we all appreciate Stefan's contributions. So.
Yep.
Okay. So, Anne's laughing at me that I don't know magpies. I don't know. Yeah, we can keep it shorter, but there's some great people in the audience. I'd love to have them share just maybe stuff they're seeing. It could be also fun stuff. Doesn't have to be so professional. Just keep it light too,
Yeah.
or we can wrap up.
Just have a yap.
I'm gonna go get some And how many magpies can hit you at once? Is it just one, or is there like a group of them?
It's usually just the one.
Because they probably attack each other in their territory, so you can't get like a whole bunch just dropping on you.
Well, they're usually fairly solitary. Like you'll have just a pair of magpies with their nest, and one will sit at the nest or maybe out getting food, and the other one will be attacking you.
Got it. All right. Well, that's a wrap. Feedback unless there's something else, Nathan.
I can't think of anything.
So yeah, I enjoy these. We keep it fresh. I saw a lot of emojis in the chats. So if you have ideas of topics in the future, and we'll keep it posted as always. And thanks for helping keep these organized. And till next time, this is recorded and will be posted on Twitter, but also on Handshake.mastermind with all the others from 3 or 4 years of these. So thanks for sharing, everybody, contributing. Good day. Or is that how I say goodbye in Australian? Yeah.
I don't know. Catch you later.
Catch you later. Okay, catch you later.
That is what the bird.
Yeah, something like that.
Catch you later. Bye.
Bye, everyone.